Hello guys, how are you? It is 6:30 and guess what time it is? It's time for Make It Happen Mondays. So I am gonna hold on a little bit before we get started. I had a fabulous weekend at a retreat that nourished my soul. Oh my goodness. Hey Nick, how are you? It was so incredible. It was purposeful. It was women supporting women. And we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight as we begin to talk about who can tell you. Hey Robin, how are you? So who actually can tell you no? And so really what that means is, who are you accountable to? Accountability is so big. And a lot of times we don't want to be held accountable because that means somebody can call you on your stuff. But let's talk about exactly what accountability actually means. It is an obligation or willingness to accept responsibility for your own actions. It is being willing to answer for the outcomes resulting from your choices, your behavior, your action. Hey, Shauna, how are you? And what else is accountability? It's taking ownership of what happens as a result of your choices and your actions. Listen, when you really are accountable, you don't blame anybody else. You don't blame the situation. You don't blame other people when things go wrong. You do what you need to do to make it right, and you become someone who keeps their word. So a lot of times, again, even as women, we don't want other people to know our stuff, or we're afraid that somebody's going to say something to us, or you don't want somebody to tell you no. You've got to get a good circle of people who you trust and believe in you, and they're going to tell you right from wrong, and you got to be willing to listen. So there's all different kinds of accountability, and so I want to talk about a few of them just so you guys will know exactly what kind of accountability there is. So there's personal accountability. You are accountable to you. That means you have enough in you to say, I said I was going to do it. You don't need any outside influences. You don't need anybody else telling you. You make a commitment to yourself and you follow through on it. That's personal accountability. The second one is accountability to friends. So you share with your friends what you're doing, and then you also share how they can help you. And so when you're accountable to friends, you also want to make sure it's not the friend who gonna always be, yeah, girl, yeah, girl, yeah, girl. Oh, yeah, you got it. It's also going to be the one to tell you, hey, you shouldn't do it that way. Or listen, you said you was going to do this. You said this was your dream. You said you was going to get up and exercise 3 times a day. Hey, or 3 times a week. Ooh, 3 times a day. That's a lot of exercise, huh? 3 times a week. I'm just following through on what you said you was going to do. You want to have friends who not only are going to be, hey, girl, I got you, but also going to call you out on your stuff when you don't do it. There is group accountability. And that's a formalized group of people. So you get together with a group of people. Sometimes they call them where there's a mastermind group, and each person in the group is held accountable to the project, to the things that they say they want to do. So that's group accountability. There is also professional accountability or workplace accountability. And this is basically when somebody's getting paid to hold you accountable, like your boss. So somebody's getting paid to hold you accountable to what they're going to do or what you're going to do. And then now there's all this public accountability. And let me tell you what public accountability looks like. I said publicly on Facebook that every Monday at 6:30 p.m., I was going to come on and talk about Make It Happen Mondays. And that's exactly what public accountability is. It's on it's on our social networks now. You basically do what you said you're going to do. So if I say to you that I'm going to come on 3 times a week, or I'm going to come on Mondays at 6:30, you have the right to hold me accountable for that. So that, because I need to do what it is that I said that I was going to do. So, you can be held accountable on all sorts of things. Everything from weight loss to business goals to projects. Who's holding you accountable? Not who likes you, not who wants to be your girl, not who is looking to get something from you. Who do you let tell you exactly if it's right or if it's wrong? Who do you give permission to hold you accountable to doing what you said you were going to do? A lot of times we don't want to give people that permission because we don't want people to know that we are not doing what we said we were going to do. We don't want people to know that, hey, I'm slacking off. You don't want people to know that. But let me tell you what accountability does. It'll keep you responsible. It will validate your thoughts and ideas. Look, when you have someone to be accountable to, it silences the inner critic because you can bounce ideas off somebody else. But you got to have somebody in your corner who's going to, again, say no when needs to be no and call you on your stuff when you give all of those great, sexy, wonderful excuses. And listen, I know how excuses go. I said last week that I was going to do 3 things. And I put it out there. I did 2 things. I put it in public accountability. In our group, Goals for It, it's a group where we absolutely hold each other accountable to our goals. So if you're not a part of our group, make sure you become a part of the group before you leave Facebook tonight. But anyway, in that group, I put that I was going to do 3 things this week. And I didn't do them. Now, I can say that I had a lot going on. I could say that I was preparing for something. I can give you all the excuses in the world. But at the end of the day, that's all they are, excuses. And they sound good and they sound great. And guess what? At the end of the day, some even might be valid. Some of them might be valid. Still does not take away from the fact that you didn't do what you said you were going to do. And so accountability also keeps your integrity in place. It keeps you, again, your integrity, your word. All you are is your word. And if I can't depend on you to do what you say you're going to do, come on now. Come on. I want you to succeed. You need people in your corner who's going to want you to succeed, who's going to say, okay, hey, get back on track. Hey, you said you were going to do this. So how do you find people that can hold you accountable? It's not always the friend who you ha with that's going to hold you accountable. Sometimes they don't even have to be a friend. They have to respect you. They have to want you to succeed, but it's not always the person that's going to be, oh girl, we going to the movies together. A lot of times those aren't the people that can hold you accountable because that's not who they are in your life. And that's okay. So you want to find people that regardless of whether they want to hang out with you, they want you to succeed and they're going to call you on your stuff. You want to have somebody hold you accountable who may be better in a particular area than you are that can help get you there. And so they're holding you accountable to your growth and they can help get you there. I'm a part of a couple of accountability groups. Yeah, I am actually. And one of the things about an accountability group is that it has to be consistent. It has to be consistent and you have to have a format. So for example, in one of the accountability groups that I meet in, we have a standard format and we meet every other week and we talk about the goals that we want to set for the next 2 weeks. And then we talk about whether or not we accomplish those goals. And then we also talk about the help that we might need, the brainstorm that we might need in order to get those goals to happen. And we do it every other week. And it's been consistent. We're now on our 9th month. And when I tell you, it actually helps you. You don't want to come to the group and say, oh, I didn't do that. You feel bad when you come to the group and you say, oh, I didn't get that done. Okay, well, Yolanda, you said that was important to you. You said it in order to move forward in this, that you was going to do that. So what's up? Why you didn't get it done? Guess what? And the people in that accountability group, they don't all live near me. In fact, none of them actually live near me. They're actually in different parts of the country. But we are committed to each other's success. Those are the kind of people you want to be in accountability with. They are committed to your success. So many times we get hung up on whether or not this person is trying to outdo me, or whether or not this person is trying to get over on me, or whether or not this person is competing with me. Listen, there is no competition. There is no competition. You run your own race in your own space at your own time. It's your race. You don't have to compete with anybody. But you want to make sure that you are actually doing everything you have to do, everything you need to do to get what you need to get done. And that includes somebody calling you on your stuff when you don't get it done. Hey, Vet, how are you? So I want to encourage you to find somebody who's going to tell you no. Find somebody who is going to call you on your stuff. Find a group of people, if that's what it takes, who you guys are committed to each other's success, and that you want to keep them accountable to the goals that you're going to set so that you can help each other grow. Hey, Allie, how are you? Thank you. So that you can help each other grow and that you can continue to grow. Don't get caught up in the fact that you don't want somebody to know your business. You don't want somebody to know what you did or didn't do. You better have somebody knowing what you did or didn't do so that they can keep you on the straight and narrow. So, hey guys, that's all I got tonight. I am so excited and blessed, and just the mere fact that I know there are people in my life that can tell me no. That can say to me, Yolanda, that doesn't work. I didn't always have that. And what I have come to learn is that without those people, you don't necessarily grow. Without somebody in your corner who at least you can bounce stuff off of, or that you can say, hey, keep me on the straight and narrow with this. Without that, it's hard. It's really hard. So I want to encourage you. I want to beseech you. Hey, that's a cool word, huh? Beseech. Beseech you. I want to encourage you. I want to beseech you. I just want to tell you, go find somebody that you can be accountable to. Go find you some accountability partners. They ain't got to be your cut buddies. They ain't got to be your friends. But but you have to respect them and want them to be able to hold you. Allie, I know, Allie, and I so appreciate and love the fact that I know you got me. And so, absolutely find somebody who's in your corner. Again, they don't have to be your cut buddy. But you have to respect them, and you have to give them permission to question you on what you're doing or not doing so that you can be successful in the end. All right, guys, that's all. That's all I got. That's all I have tonight. Hey, Shane, that's it. So listen, every Monday night, 6:30 p.m., I am here on Make It Happen Mondays, and it's all about making sure that we share tips and strategies to make your 2017 epic, so that when you look back on 2017, you can say, check, I did that. Check, I did that. So again, Make It Happen Mondays, 6:30 every Monday night. And listen, if you are not a part of the group Goal for It, GOAL for it, I want to tell you to go ahead, join our group. We are holding each other accountable. We are actually we are motivating each other to keep going, that even when it gets hard, when there are obstacles, to keep going, to get it done, to go after those goals. And yes, I do put in there my stuff so that the group can hold you accountable. People put in what the goals that they're working on so the group can hold them accountable. And there's all sorts of just encouragement to keep going. So again, that group is Go For It, and I encourage you to go on over and join. So I will see you next Monday at 6:30 p.m. for Make It Happen Mondays. Good night, you guys. Have a great week. Find an accountability partner. Go after your goals. Get it done.